Hi friends, hi! My name is Mia and this is my virtual vanity, a place where we love makeup and are quite critical of it. And today I'm coming to you with a shop my stash video in collaboration with my beautiful friend Emily Rosalie, who is a complete sweetheart. Her makeup style is so fun and fresh without being over the top, colorful without being gaudy. She is really sweet and she makes a variety of videos, so I would suggest you check her channel out. So the collaboration that we are going to do today is about shopping our stashes for older makeup that we still want. And I'm not sure about you, but lately with this whole coronavirus thing, I've been feeling kind of queasy even thinking about buying things that are non-necessities. Anyway, these are basically my picks for my shop, my stash, and I've got a variety of products that I want to talk about. I think one of the most important things about shopping your stash is understanding why you want a certain product. Is it the finish? Is it the color? Is it the color combination? Is it the looks that you saw? Is it the luxury aspect? Is it how you want that product to make you feel? Or is it truly unique? Certainly, it's nothing bad to not buy something that is not unique in your collection or that doesn't necessarily bring something new, as long as you understand why you're doing it and why you wouldn't find it acceptable to shop your stash for it. Some of the items that I'm shopping my stash for, I might as well just end up buying. You never know. Some of them I know for sure I will not buy because I feel that what I shopped my stash for kind of scratches the itch. Without further ado, let's get started. First item that I've had on my wish list for literal years is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lipstick. And the reason why I didn't purchase it is because it's a damn expensive lipstick. I don't really feel comfortable paying that much, considering that I have 50 other lipsticks for something that will go away with the first bite of the donut that I have with my coffee. I thought hard about this product and I realized that what I wanted was the perfect pinky nude, not necessarily a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. My choice for this is a very cheap drugstore product. The shape kind of makes it look like a metal tampon, doesn't it? This is the Makeup Revolution lipstick in Chauffeur. I'm not even sure if they still have these bullets ever since they've been trying to like glow up and created 100 other sister brands. This is it swatched. It's a very beautiful pinky nude with a very creamy matte formula. The lasting power isn't that great, but considering that it's a nude, it's quite easier to convince myself to just reapply it very often. It was dirt cheap. I think it was the equivalent of £3 or £4, $5 maybe. So this one scratches the itch for a pinky nude for me. Another lipstick that I fell in love with, and that is thanks to Temptalia's lip swatches of it, is the Uomo Beauty Bahia Carnival lipstick, which is a beautiful red metallic with glitter flecks spread throughout. This is a $23 lipstick, I believe. Like, listen, how many times am I going to wear a red metallic lipstick? I barely wear red lipstick as it is. I probably want this because it's shiny and sparkly and my lizard brain likes things that it can bring home back to its nest to admire the sparkle of in peace. And so I decided to shop my stash for it and get something that would scratch the itch of it being sparkly while probably not necessarily being a dupe. So for this, I need two products. I don't have any metallic lipsticks. Closest thing that I can get is a matte lipstick topped with a gloss. This first lipstick is the Gigi Hadid lipstick in Lani, and this was from a collaboration they had with Maybelline a long while ago. You can get any other red lipstick and it will do just as fine for this purpose. The second product is this NYX Duo Chromatic Lip Gloss, and this is in Spring It On. It has a beautiful shimmery pinkish base with golden glitter throughout. I don't think the Uoma Beauty actually has that golden glitter, but it's glitter. It's sparkly. That's what I wanted. Of course, the solution to my shiny lipstick predicament is basically to layer the two lipsticks. And see, now I just got something that is quite glittery, quite shimmery. I think it's way more intense than what the Uoma Beauty lipstick was supposed to be, but I feel that if I just pat the lip gloss instead of directly applying it from the applicator, it will get me what I wanted it to look like and just scratch that itch in my brain that wants something sparkly and red. Next in line is the Glossier Cloud Paint in Puff, which, disclaimer, I will probably end up buying at a certain point. This is a very beautiful pinkish airy cream blush. I have other cloud paints, Dusk and Beam, and I love them, so I know I will use Puff. But until I manage to get a trip to the UK and get it, because they don't ship to Romania, I will use these two items instead. Next one is the Maybelline Dream Matte Blush, and this is in Flirty Pink. This is a drier, moussier texture and a bit more matte than the Glossier, but it's that pinky sort of shade that I kinda want. I think the Glossier is a bit lighter and less warm, but this will do for now. And then the next one is this Pixie by Petra blush stick, and this is in Wild Rose. This is definitely darker than the Glossier or the Maybelline, and it's a bit more mulberry as opposed to pink, but it sheers out nicely and again gives me that pink sort of flush that I want. They are not perfect dupes, but they scratch the itch for now. I find that both of these have good staying power, about 6 to 7 hours of wear until I need to maybe touch up a bit. The Pixie by Petra is drier and a bit harder to blend than the Maybelline. Palette time, which there are quite a few of, and we will start with the most exorbitantly expensive, and that is the Natasha Denona Gold Palette. Look, I love the aesthetics of these things. I love the mustard, I love the pops of blue, I love the duochromes. It's stunning, but it is prohibitively expensive, so I must shop my stash for it. This is probably a product that I will never buy because I know that I will never get enough use out of it to justify the price. These two things are my best friend in duping it. This is the Melkior Duochrome in Golden Dreams, and it's a beautiful golden base with a greenish, luminous sort of shift. And I feel that it does look a bit like Lime Chrome from Natasha Denona. Then we've got the BH Cosmetics Golden Twilight palette, which doesn't have some of the mustards in the Natasha Denona, but it does have the browns, some golds, and those beautiful pops of interesting color from the Natasha Denona. Mustards I have in other palettes, so there isn't like I just need a bunch of them. This is not a dupe, but it's got those pops of something shiny and shimmery, those browns that attracted me in the Natasha Denona, and for the mustards it's really quite easy to dip into other palettes of mine that have similar shades. The next palette is the Colourpop Going Coconut, which is very inexpensive, and it would be quite easy to fall prey into the mentality of it's not expensive, I can buy it, but like, do I really need it though? Because it's neutrals, and I don't wear neutrals quite that often. I have to be in a certain particular mood to wear neutrals, so I do feel that that palette would gather dust in my collection, considering that I do already have neutral palettes that I love. So I think it's very important to note that I want the Colourpop going coconuts because it's a pretty neutral palette, not necessarily because it's more colder in tone. So helping me identify why I like it, the cohesiveness, the appeal of an easy neutral look, helped me decide how to shop my stash for it. So I do not have dupes, but I have neutrals that I love, and it's easy to remember why I love them. Let's take a look at what I have over here. This is a quad from what used to be the You Had Me at Hello palette, which I since depotted. And this is the Colourpop Brown Sugar palette, and these are the shimmers from You Had Me at Hello, and this is from the Brown Sugar. These are mattes from Brown Sugar. And these are the mattes from that quad. So clearly I have an assortment of Colourpop neutrals that I love. Truly, there is no need for me to buy that goddamn palette. And if I want a lighter look, all I need to do is not build up the pigmentation as intense and use fluffy brushes to diffuse the color out. Another Colourpop palette that I want, and again it would be really easy to excuse buying it because it's cheap, is the Colourpop Blush Brush. Why do I want this? I want this because it's pink. Do I have 100 pinky tones in my collection because these are my colors? Definitely yes. So it was quite easy for me to dupe the vibes of this palette. Yet again, we've got what used to be part of the You Had Me at Hello, and these are in combination with the Too Faced Just Peachy mattes, which has an assortment of pink toned mattes. So you have these over here, this. So this whole array is quite pinkish, despite this side being more peachy. But I also have other pinks in my Nabla palettes, so I can easily supplement with those if I want something that's more on the proper pink side as opposed to the peachy pink. These mauve tones, which as you can see the contrast here. This is quite more vibrant, this is more mauve, but if I do want a pinkier look, these are quite easy to add in. And of course we can't forget the fact that, as I said, I have pinks scattered in Nabla palettes, in singles, it would be really easy for me to dupe the vibes of this palette, but as I said, not exact dupes, but it's there for me in my heart. Let's talk ABH. I initially wanted to dupe the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina palette, the original, and I couldn't find proper dupes for it, so I declare myself defeated. But there's another palette that I really want, and that is the ABH Subculture. I used to have a dupe of it from Makeup Revolution, but that got old, it kind of lost its performance, so I sadly had to let it go, and I started missing it. Until I got Colourpop Through My Eyes palette, which is infinitely cheaper, and for me it's got what I wanted the ABH for. So what I like in the ABH palette is those mustardy tones, the greenish teals. I wasn't really a fan of the shimmers. I feel that nowadays you can kind of find similar shimmers in all indie brands. This gives me everything that I want. I've got a mustard over here, I've got some peachier tones, I've got those teals, I've got the darker browns, I've got extra shimmers that I didn't have in that palette. So yeah, they're not accurate dupes, but does it dupe the vibe for me? A bit. So much that I don't really feel the need to repurchase any dupe or the original palette. Okay guys, this was it. This was my shop, my stash for things that I still want. Let me know, what are you guys shopping your stash for this trying times? Have you used your older makeup more ever since we all have been banished indoors for the good of the realm? Let me know your experience with your makeup collection. I would really like to know. Please don't forget to check out Emily's channel. She's a sweetheart. Please don't forget to watch her video, which will be linked down below in the description. And most importantly, don't forget to have a good day, evening, morning, second breakfast, third lunch, or whatever it is where you're from. Bye!